Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you've never been to my channel, let me give you a little background. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. I did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD. 15 of those years were spent with the motorcycle unit. The purpose of this channel is twofold. The first purpose of this channel is to share with you my knowledge and my experience that I gained from the training that I received from the motorcycle unit in the Highway Patrol. Specifically, slow speed motorcycle operation. These are the skills that are most important because 98% of the motorcycle population do not possess these skills. And that's a problem, and those numbers should be reversed. It shouldn't be that 2% of the motorcycle population are proficient in these skills. We should all be. And the bottom line is we have to practice, all right? We have to practice the skills. Secondly, the goal is to make you be the boss of your motorcycle. What do I mean by that? Being the boss of your motorcycle means that you're in control of that motorcycle. It means that you're not intimidated to make right turns, left turns, U-turns, okay? Because that's all we're doing here. That's all slow motorcycle riding is right, making a right, making a left, making a U-turn, okay? Also, part of being the boss is being able to contribute 100% of your skill to keeping this motorcycle upright. And 100% of your skill is necessary, 15 miles per hour or less, okay? Any faster than that, you don't need that much skill because the motorcycle can stand up by itself, all right? So that's pretty much what we're talking about here when it comes to that. And the way we attain that is to build up your confidence, okay? So this is what this channel is really about. And it's also about always sharing with you anything that I feel is relevant. It doesn't matter how minute it might seem. If I think it's relevant, I'm gonna share it. And as I always say, you guys could be doing anything with your time, and the fact that you choose to spend just a little bit of it with me, I appreciate that. Also, if you like this video, please subscribe. You can subscribe by pressing the red box on the lower right side of your screen. All right. Also, there's an email address in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. That email address is for you guys. If you're in the area and you want to be added to a group email of when I'm going out to practice and you want to join me, send me an email and just say, add me to the list. And that'll be taken care of, no problem. All right, remember, there's no fee for this, okay? It's important that I say that because I do get people sending me in the comments asking me, how much does this cost? There's no fee. We're out there practicing, okay? I'm out there practicing too, all right? So if I say I'm going out to practice and you guys want to come out and practice with me, and I want to, you know, even if you want me to give you a little advice here and there, how could I charge you a fee for that? It's like I'm telling you, I'm going to play basketball. Do you want to come? We're going to go have some fun. If you wanted me to help you out with your jump shot, I'm not going to charge you for that, right? So that's all this is, man. And next, that email address is also for if you guys want to send me a picture of you practicing. I would love to have that. And that way I can add it to a video because I want everybody to see all of us, brothers and sisters. We're out there. We're all in this together, practicing, trying to get better, trying to raise our confidence levels because a confident rider is a safer rider. Okay, so with all that talk about motorcycle operation and slow speed motorcycle operation, this video is not about any of that, okay? This video is about custom dynamics lights that I'm installing on this motorcycle. Now, if you guys have seen my video on the custom dynamics lights that I have installed on this bike already, you'll remember that I said I don't have to install any more lights on this motorcycle. And I had no plans on installing any more lights on this motorcycle because to me, it was done. However, there are a set of lights that I kept looking at and I was thinking about getting them. And it was the lower fairing lights, the lights that go right here. And you know, my concern was I didn't want the front of the motorcycle to look too busy. Sometimes less is best. And in this case, the simplicity of it, the fact that this light already dances, you know, when you turn it on, you know, the fact that I'm already dealing with that, you know, everything is bright in the front. To me, it was good enough. And then I saw Barber CVO 19. He's a YouTuber as well. He's got the same 2019 Street Glide CVO as this one. He's done a bunch of stuff on that motorcycle. He's put lights on it. He's got lights. He changed the floorboards. He changed the gas cap. You know, he's did a lot of good stuff on it. It's good stuff. You can check his channel out. So shout out to Barber CVO 19. I saw that he had lower fairing lights on his motorcycle. And now I actually got to see, you know, what they would kind of look like on this exact motorcycle. Now he doesn't have the exact same ones that I was looking at. I'm looking at the lights from Custom Dynamics. but it still gave me a general idea. Then I came across an install video by Traveling Tall, and watching him put these lights on and then seeing them on his motorcycle. He has a 2019 Street Glide CVO, a black one. And shout out to Traveling Tall. Again, if you guys are looking for any information on that, especially the install videos, definitely check out Traveling Tall. Once I saw that and I saw the inserts and I saw how simplistic it was, I said, okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna take a shot at these lights. So here are the lights right here. These are Custom Dynamics, dynamic lower fairing inserts for Harley Davidson touring. All right, and Custom Dynamics was nice enough to provide these lights for me to put on the motorcycle. So one thing I do love is, I told you guys in my last video, I'm very impressed with Custom Dynamics as far as the lights, the customer service, the functionality of the lights, the fact that they also address safety issues. All right, so I was all in when it came to this company. And I will say to you guys, Custom Dynamics did provide me with these lights. But if there's something about these that I don't like, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. All right. Because as I told you guys before, I'm always going to be 100% honest with you. It's just the way I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install these lights on the motorcycle myself, because I always tell you guys, you need to be the boss of this motorcycle. And I can go out there and throw it around. But when it comes time to take off the outer fairing and do stuff, guess who's the boss then? But today I'm going to show this motorcycle. I'm still the boss when it comes to at least installing these lights. Now I'm going to follow Traveling Tall's video. All right, I'm going to follow it to the T. I'm not even going to look at the instructions first. If I run into a snag, then I might take a peek at them. But I want to try to do it without even looking at the instructions. You know how us men are. All right, so let me just show you what came in the box. Okay, so here's the instructions. Okay, these instructions are actually for a Road King, as you can see. So we'll put those to the side. And even on the instructions, you can see you have color pictures. You have stuff highlighted by being circled in red. And these can be the things that make or break an installation. Bad pictures and bad instructions. All of the instructions are by stepped numbers. Okay, nice and easy. Here are the actual lights. The wiring harnesses, some ties to neaten things up. And this is some more tools to neaten stuff up. And the only tools I'm going to need is a 1/2-inch socket. One of these. I'm all about the power tools, guys, so I'll be using this. And this tool right here is going to be used, and the same tool is going to be used to take the screws out of the wind visor, and also these screws right here. It fits them all. And the only screws those are the only screws I have to remove, as well as these screws right here. There's one screw here, and the other screw is right here. All right, so I'm ready to get started. First things first. I got the video running with Traveling Tall, so I can follow that on how to make these lights happen. And again, he makes it look very easy. Everything's easy when you know how to do it, but it's all about being confident. And you know, if I start feeling, which never really happens to me, but if I start feeling a little down and I need a little pick-me-up, we got Wood Jr. on the other TV in here. So I can just look over there to the light for him and his beautiful wife, and that'll pick anybody up, all right? All right, let's get this started. I'm also gonna put a link in the description to Traveling Tall's install video for these lower fairing lights from Custom Dynamics. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is clear off this table. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this, as far as, because we're gonna have to remove the plastic piece on the front of the lower fairing. And this is a good thing to have. This is the automotive removal kit. And this has all of the little pieces that you would need to like take off certain things on your car, you know, pry tools, you know, stuff like this. So you don't scratch stuff up. So I'll need that as well. But I want to clear off this table because I mainly have this table here with this cloth on it. So when I remove the lower fairing, I can place it on here. and I don't have to worry about anything getting scratched. All right, first step is to remove these nuts from the front turn signal. This is like an adventure, for me at least. Now I took these off before when I had to change the front turn signals because the wire wasn't long enough, so I had to kind of get in here. And then this, here we go, there's the disconnect. Okay, got that off. Now let me do the same thing to the left side. There we go. Show you this. This is what I was sitting on. I think I'm going to link it. I'm going to link this in the description as well because this thing is awesome. Let me just show this to you. You got a back support. You have wheels that are 5 inches in diameter, and that's the key to this. And this thing spins. But the biggest thing is the fact that that seat has a backrest and the fact that those wheels are 5 inches. I used to have that other one that has the flat seat with the wheels that are about that small. And whenever I was in my driveway doing anything and I would try to roll, all it took was a pebble to stop that thing up because the wheels are too small. With those big wheels, oh man, that thing is much better. Okay, now let's move on to removing the windshield. Okay, I'm very good at following instructions. Like I told you guys, I'm all about the power tools. All about the power tools. There's one. There's two. And that's 3. And according to Mr. Tall, take out all 3 screws, and then you remove the windshield and put the center screw back. And the reason for that is, see how long the center screw is compared to the other ones? All right, so this is really the screw that's doing most of the work. And we're going to put that screw back because when we remove the screws in the inner fairing, the only thing that's going to be holding the inner fairing on is this long screw. Okay, got to push it forward. Okay, windshield's out. So now I removed the screw from that trim piece, and I'm just going to put that back in. And I'm not screwing it all the way in. That's enough. Okay, on to the screws on the inner fairing. Okay, so 2 screws on each side. There's one. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Okay, the screw that goes on the top is clearly longer than the screw that goes on the bottom. Right, so the screw that is under the mirror is the longer screw. And now we just got to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, let me put something over the fender. I've got all four screws are out. The only thing that's holding the outer fairing onto the motorcycle is that one screw that I left in there. And then once I take that out, according to Mr. Tall, I'm going to have to pull the fairing cover off and while holding it, disconnect the headlight. Okay, easy peasy. Light's disconnected. Fairing is disconnected. Guys, I got to show you something. It's badass. You ready? This even looks good laying on the table. I got to tell you, I really like this light from Custom Dynamics. But the whole fairing and the color of the fairing, it's really cool. It's really cool. All right, so, and now here's what we're looking at. Bunch of wires and stuff. Okay, so now, here is the wire to the turn signal. And we're supposed to pass this through the hole so I can grab it. Yeah, I can see it plain as day, so that helps. Okay, so here's that wire. And then I'm supposed to connect this to that. It clicked in. Like I said, everything's quick connect.
You plug it into the turn signal where the turn signal came out, and now this is where you will plug the turn signal into. So you want to take this and push it right back through the hole.
And now that this is plugged in, this part goes back through the hole. All right. So I got that back in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side at a time. So now I need to remove this cover for the lower fairing, and it just snaps right out. See guys, this is why I like working on the motorcycle and even cleaning it on the jack, because I don't want to be laying on the floor and get into all these different poses and stuff, where right here, nice and easy, I can get to everything I need to get to. Okay, so what I'm going to attempt to do is, it's either me being lazy or not wanting to make an extra step. But I'm going to put this through this hole. And I'm going to bring it through here. And I'm doing it this way also because if I take off the back part of this, and when I put it back on, it's not like there's a space for this wire to be. I'm assuming it has to go through where I'm putting it through now anyway. Okay, and then this thing will just snap right on. Ideally. Yep, there we go. All right, that snaps right on. And for now, I'll clean up the wires later. But for now, I'm just going to put this where it's going to end up, which is in here, and connect it. And I just want to make sure everything works before, I start tying down wires and making stuff neat. Okay, so it works. And the blinker works as well. Okay, so now that we know that it works, let's go to the other side. Okay, so here's the wire from the right front turn signal. I'm going to connect this to it. There's the click. And then I'm going to fish the other part back through the hole for the front turn signal once I reattach it. Got that wire through. And here's the wire from the lower fairing light. And I have to attach that to this wire. All right, that's attached. Okay, so now let's just make sure that light works. Yes, it is. Signal light works. That's pretty much it. Everything is hooked up as far as that's concerned. Now all I have to do is tidy up the wires with some zip ties, reattach these, which is just 2 nuts, and those plugs are going to go directly into the wires that are hanging out right here. They're going to go right into these. Nice and easy. Put the fairing back on, Done. First thing I got to do is reattach the headlight. Okay, we'll put that in first. And then we're going to put the fairing screws back in. The 2 screws on that side and then the 2 screws on this side. And then once that's done, then I can take this screw out, put the windshield back in, put these 3 screws back in, and then it's done. Okay, so I finished the project. I'm going to say it took me about, I don't know how long it took me because I was doing a bunch of things in the middle of what I was doing. So maybe an hour and a half it would have taken me if I just concentrated on doing this. What I will say is it is easy. I did not remove the 2 screws from the back side of this. It wasn't necessary for the way I chose to do it. But it still came out looking neat. I did not look at the instructions once. So shout out to Traveling Tall. All I needed to do was follow what he said. Never needed to look at the instructions. Putting the fairing back on was no problem. Actually, I never checked the light to make sure that worked before I put all the screws on, which is not what you want to do. So let me try that. And obviously you'll be able to see the other lights too. I'm going to take it out and ride it, both in daylight and at night, so you guys can see the difference. So let's turn it on now. Okay, my headlight still works. And obviously these lights work as well. Signal lights work. And the hazard lights. All right. So again, wasn't difficult at all. I definitely admire that with Custom Dynamics. Again, not only are the lights good looking, but they're practical. They're easy to install, and the instructions are straightforward. All right. So as of now, I'm going to recommend these lights because I do want to see how they look too when my motorcycle is coming towards me. You know, it's one thing to show you guys and to watch it on film or watch it on video, but I want to actually be able to see what it looks like. Okay, so let's get it outside, ride it, and see what it looks like. Okay, I got the perfect light out here now so I can see what these lower fairing lights look like from Custom Dynamics. So I'm going to take a ride down here, and then you guys can admire the other Custom Dynamics lights as well. But on the way back, I want you guys to get a look at what these lower fairing lights look like on the motorcycle. I want to see it as well. right, guys? So I've seen these lower fairing lights in the daytime. I've seen them at dusk, and I've seen them at night. Now, I didn't record them at night when it's darker because that never comes out right on film. It blurs the lens, but the dusk is good enough for me. So I am going to say that I'm very satisfied with these lights, all right? And when it is dark, they light up the whole front of the motorcycle, all right? As far as this part down here on the ground, all right? And I like that too. So again, they look good, but there's still some functionality and practicality of the lights as well. And I appreciate that. So listen, I am going to recommend these lights. Once again, Custom Dynamics, they hit it out of the park. And again, I want to thank Custom Dynamics again for providing me with the lights. I appreciate it. Easy install, nothing bad to say about it at all. I mean, I'm very impressed. I will put a link to these lights in the description, okay? If you guys are interested in these lower fairing lights, I highly recommend them again. Okay, that's gonna do it for me and this review of these Custom Dynamics lights. As I always tell you guys, spend more time being thankful for what you have and less time complaining about what you don't. All right, to my brothers and sisters in blue, please be careful out there. And everybody out there on two wheels, same message. Complacency kills. All right, and remember, practice, practice, practice. All right, because when your confidence is higher, you're a safer rider. Until next time.